We are live. Okay. Yeah, we will get a few people popping in queue. So we'll be so far nobody, but give it a minute. There's three. Hi guys. Welcome. This is going to be a brand new channel and a brand new feature. So we're kind of introducing it to a few of our die-hard friends this evening. By the way, this is RJ. RJ is he's a Killy guy, and he's one of our stalwarts on our Discord channel. There's Fanaticals is here, and Vibes Aquatics. So here's what we're about. I want to kind of get this out, and then we'll come back in a few more days. I have a brand new channel. It's called the Natural Aquarium. It has no content right now. This would be on it, but I'm not going to be able to start streaming on it until tomorrow night. So I may do this again tomorrow in order to get some content on that channel. The Natural Aquarium is going to be focused on just that. Now the foundation for it will be the Discord channel, and that's where RJ comes in, and a bunch of other people who've been active on the Discord channel now for upwards of a year. We are approaching 1,000 subscribers on our Discord server. We have 20 odd channels on it, which are topical, including all aspects of the deep substrate end of the hobby. So we really try to focus on that. So what we're going to be doing is a forum, probably once a week, that will emanate from Discord and be broadcast onto YouTube and wherever else we choose to send it, but it'll show up on YouTube. So all of you, that's what you're watching now. You're watching a presentation that originates on Discord that we are sending through StreamYard to YouTube. There's Gren. Ain't it amazing? So 3 things we're planning to do on this new channel. This is one, and we'll do this as often as there is interest in doing it. Basically, the idea is it'll be an open forum for those people who are on Discord to be able to talk about issues relevant to natural aquariums. That's one. Number 2, we will do special videos. Who is this? The fish dude is here. The fish dude, that's Samuel. Oh yeah, we just started. Can you turn your camera on? The fish dude, there he is. This is Samuel. Samuel is in the Philippines. He just moved into a new home. Did you get all your fish tanks moved? Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, so Samuel doesn't know what we're doing here. So let me explain. And I go back and start over. Gonna need to do this a few times. Hey EJ, this is a new channel. Now it's based in Discord, but it's sending to a new YouTube channel. It will not be active until tomorrow evening. It's called the Natural Aquarium. So we're going to do a Discord forum once a week or more often if there's interest, and broadcast it on the YouTube channel called the Natural Aquarium. So, and the conversation will be a Discord based conversation. That's what you're looking at now. You're looking at a Discord presentation that's occurring on Discord that's being sent via StreamYard to YouTube. That's going to happen once a week. Anybody who is on Discord will be able to jump in and participate in the forum, just as Samuel just did. That's one. Number two, we'll do special videos on the Natural Aquarium. And they'll come from a variety of sources. Number three, we're going to have a live 24/7 cam that will jump. It'll be one aquarium for a period of time, maybe a week, 2 weeks, a month, whatever, and then go to another one. We have a member of our Discord server who has a business in Michigan. It's a video surveillance security business. So he has all of the equipment to be able to do this. And he has agreed to set this up for us. So those are the three things we're going to be doing. The idea is to really focus on and promote natural aquariums. There is no channel doing that per se. There are some channels, particularly South and Central American channels, who are doing underwater is one of my absolute favorites. There are some others that are doing videos of natural environments. That's not what we're primarily going to be focused on. Our primary focus is going to be on what we can do to create and support each other in creating natural aquariums. So there's the plan. Silver Creek is here. Who else is there? Bruiser CB, Aaron Relentless. Hi, guys. So we got about 20 people in here so far. I don't know when the next when the next forum is going to be. I need to talk to some people on Discord, and we'll set a date and we'll get it together and make it happen. There may not be a lot of notice. That I would 1 hour actually was 1 hour. Yeah, 1 hour or so. Well, you're right, exactly. Well, I wanted to try it out and just kind of get some of the bugs worked out, see if we can make it happen, and also get the idea out to our YouTube followers, the Father Fish followers. So, new channel called the Nature Aquarium. Get over there and sign up for it so you get notifications. Make sure you hit the bell and hit the all so you get notified for everything that happens. So there will be 2 channels. I'm trying to force myself to work because I'm feeling real lazy. Anyway, we'll get back to that in a minute. We do have a topic tonight, and it's a topic that RJ and I cooked up. RJ is a killie man. He's been doing killies for how many years, RJ? So 25 years. Ain't that amazing? So what? So the topic is killifish in natural aquariums. Not as odd and strange as it sounds. What's your experience with that, RJ? True. Yeah. Hold on. We got a problem. Your sound is not going through. Nobody can hear anything. No, it's not you. I think it's something having to do with StreamYard. No, it's somewhere between. Can anybody hear anything? Let's see. Okay, but you're on Discord. That may be a problem. It should. Oh, you know what? Stupid me. I did worse than that. Now they can hear.
Have you ever noticed how 9 out of 10 conversations we have these days starts out with, "Can you hear me?"
Yeah, really. Everybody, yeah,
So true.
I hear it.
In the old days, you used to just start out with hello and assume the other person was going to reply. But
Okay.
the more technology,
Can
the
you?
more technology we have, the more interesting life gets.
You should be.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we got it. Okay. My fault.
Okay, so I don't know how much people heard, but again,
Let's.
you know,
No, they heard nothing.
okay, we'll
Start
start
over.
over. Sort of a nickel recap here.
Yeah.
Basically,
They heard me, so they know what the question is.
okay, basically, again, the most important things about killies to understand is there's no such thing as a killifish. These are fish that come from niche environments. That's where they're small. There's less predators there. They're living in tiny little African streams. They're living in deserts. They're living in salt marshes where saltwater fish can't come in and freshwater fish can't reach them either. Killifish, because they're small, have a tendency to live in places where other fish don't go. But that makes them all specialists. So when you're setting up your aquarium for a killifish, you have to understand what killifish you're setting it up for. Are you setting this up for a desert pupfish, which wants really high temperatures? It's perfectly fine with shallow water, but it's going to be, but it's going to be from its environment. If you're doing a brackish water killifish, you want to copy a marine environment, okay? So some killies are just going to be better for natural aquariums than others. Now, there's a lot of definitions for natural aquariums, but we're going to kind of stick with a permanent setup, an aquarium we're not tearing down on a regular basis. We're also going to talk about something that's attractive, that has plants, and has a natural cycle in it, which leaves out like annual killifish. Some killifish have a very short lifespan. They leave their eggs behind in the soil. The soil dries out. It rains, these eggs hatch, and a new generation spawns. Well, that's not great for a permanent setup natural aquarium, unless you're setting up an aquarium where you're going to drain the water out every 6 months, leave it get dry, and then fill it again. But that's something of its own speciality. So if we're going to take, let's say, for example, an Aphyosemian species, you might take a common Australe, something just with a number code, something really rare and exotic. But this fish is going to lay its eggs on the plants. And it's going to eat its fry just like guppies do. It's going to be a lot like guppies, except it lays eggs and the fry will hatch. If you have enough plants in the tank and you have enough microfauna, other fish, if you followed him, he's told you all about microfauna. If you've got enough little critters living in that aquarium, the baby fish are going to eat the microfauna off the Java moss. And they're going to grow up and they're going to hide from their parents, and you're eventually going to get more and more fish. Basically, you're not going to make a business out of this selling killies, because out of every 100 eggs that are laid, you're going to get 3, 5, 2, 1 fish that's going to grow up to be an adult. But if you're just keeping the killie for yourself, for your own enjoyment, you don't need 100 fish. You just want to keep them year after year. And, you're going to take some to, let's say, for example, an auction, or a few to a pet shop here and there. You're going to sell them off, give them to your friends, trade them like baseball cards. But you'll always have your little population going. So a natural aquarium is a wonderful way to do a lot of different kinds of killies without a lot of work. Okay? If you're doing it the hard way, where you can take a mop made out of yarn. The killies will lay eggs in the mop. You take the mop out, you dry it, you move it into into another container. You hatch the eggs. You feed them baby brine shrimp or microworms. You'll get more fry. And if you try to make a business out of it, which I don't recommend, that's a better way to do it. But if you
let me get to Samuel a minute. Samuel just moved into a new home. He's in central Philippines. What island are you on?
Luzon.
Cool.
How far down?
Yes, sir. Up
Manila.
up from Manila.
North of Manila. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Who was the little girl we were just saying?
Oh, those are kids from around the neighborhood. What you call it? Them and some of their friends love to visit me early in the morning.
So what
So yeah.
time is it?
So
It's about
yesterday
30.
I made them watch Pilgrim's Progress, and they're wanting to watch it again. So
Can you show us a little bit of where you are?
oh yes, sir. So So wait a minute. How do I? No. Oh, here you go. This is my setup for the moment. I still haven't put the dirted substrate yet because I just moved 2 days ago. So I just placed my fish over here. But yeah, and this one's about to what you call it, to to give out babies, so I place it over here by itself. But I have my purple dragons, I have my albino blue topazes, and I have my albino full platinum whites. So this is the inside of my house.
Those are all
I
guppies.
just got them in. Yes, sir. I just got in my internet yesterday, and I love this place because there's a lot of potential. So this is our church over here. This red building, but you can see there's a lot of place where I can put tanks and all that other stuff.
Yeah, you guys can keep tanks outdoors. We can't do that where I live.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh yes, sir. We can act. Yes, sir. I know.
That's right.
It's certainly not a good idea.
And where I live, my aquariums would boil in the summer and freeze in the winter. So, yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yes, sir.
not a great plan for us, but we do envy you.
Yes, sir. So this is the good thing because we're using an underground pump. So I'm this little contraption here is reserved for an RO system. So I'm planning on doing like racks after racks after racks of dripping of an RO system, drip system.
So what do you
What
in water?
It's deep well water.
Okay.
And
what kind of fish are you going to raise?
guppies, live bears,
Then you don't. Then you
probably
probably
some tetras.
you want for
It's,
guppies. Guppies are going to prefer hard water and even salt. So you probably don't need the RO if you're just going to be doing guppies.
yes, sir.
Yeah,
And
it's really.
and this is the dirt over here. It's not. It's actual dirt. See, it's not sand or clay or thing like that. It's real dirt.
Nice.
And you can see the effect. You can see where we stop pulling out the grass.
Is that a little shed? You have a little shed back
Yes,
there?
yes, sir.
Nice.
Uh, if we're not careful, nature will really take over.
Well, you need
Yes, sir.
to invite the kind of nature in that you're wanting to have take over.
Yes, sir. I just don't want the thorns and thistles.
Yeah,
Usually when the weeds kick in, there's a lot of thorns over here, and the ants really love those thorns. So there's two things I have to deal. I got to deal with the thorns, and I got to deal with the ants. So,
wonderful. Well, thank you,
but
Samuel. Let me explain again. We've got some new people in what we're doing here and what the plan is. We are currently broadcasting this conversation on Discord. So it's going from Discord to our StreamYard and from there to YouTube. Also, it's being played on Facebook. Now, starting tomorrow, we will have a brand new channel on YouTube called the Natural Aquarium. The Natural Aquarium. That'll be the name of the channel. There's no content on it now. I don't even know if you can get to it. You could try, I guess. I tried earlier, and it was a little tricky. Anyway, there will be content starting tomorrow night because we're gonna probably do another one of these just to be able to get some content on there. Two other things we'll be doing on that channel. Number one, we're going to do special videos, and the videos will be about deep substrate issues. Much of the conversation and information will come out of the Discord channel. Our Discord channel currently we're within just a few of 1,000 subscribers on our Discord server. We have 20 some odd channels on that server. They are topical. They're related to different topics, different aspects of maintaining natural aquariums. And then the third thing we're planning to do on the Natural Aquarium channel is live 24/7 video of people's aquariums. Technically we've got that worked out to do it. We haven't decided who to do it with yet. This is Barry Klein. Barry is up. He has not turned on his camera or his microphone. So we'll see if he figures out how to do it. Barry is on Discord. He's new, so he's hadn't quite figured out how to do it. Oh, Barry is on Discord. All right. New, so he's getting feedback. Hadn't quite figured out how to do it. Oh, Barry is on Discord. I may mute him. New, so he's getting feedback on. Yeah, I'm gonna have to mute him. He's we're getting feedback from his channel. Is that somebody else? What is that? Oh, that's Barry.
Sounds like background sound.
Yeah, for some reason. He probably had his YouTube channel on at the same time. What is that? That's there we go. So Barry hadn't figured out how to use it yet, but he's working on it. Anyway, the idea is that we have a lot of conversations going on Discord all the time. Some of them will not be, or at least one, will not be appropriate for this channel. And if you want to know what I'm talking about, get on Discord and find out. It's probably one of the liveliest channels anywhere. It's amazing. So 3 things we'll be doing: 24/7 videos of people's natural aquariums. We'll be doing special videos, and we'll be doing these live forums about natural aquariums. All right, let's get back a little bit to RJ, so we can chat. Oh, there's Barry. We got your now, Barry. We can see you. I think your video, your audio, we were getting feedback. We're not getting.
Yeah, you're right. I had YouTube on.
That's what I thought. Okay. Welcome to see you. So, Barry, we are on YouTube. You came up.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
You're on YouTube.
You're on YouTube. You're on the Father channel. Starting tomorrow.
You're recorded forever.
Right. Starting tomorrow, we'll have a brand new YouTube channel called The Natural Aquarium. And we'll be doing these live forums there. Barry, what do you have for fish? What do you keep? And what are you doing in the hobby right now?
Well, what you see behind me is probably what I have. I'm in my 60s, and I used to keep a basement full of fish. I had to, in fact, as a 15-year-old, that's how I funded my hobby. I bred killies and some of the standard cichlids, used to supply the local fish stores with them. And then when I went to college, I had a tank in the dorm. And then I went to work. I had a tank in my office for 30 years. And I don't know if you recall, but what I put in Discord earlier, but I enjoyed aquariums, and but they're a lot of work. And I recently it was like 2 years now, discovered the no-dig method of gardening. And that was an eye-opener. I used to have a garden all the time, and it was like zero work. Some work in the beginning to set it up, and it took care of itself, and a little work at the end of the season to prep it for next year, and that's it. So then I discovered your method for maintaining aquariums, and I had a 10 in a different room that I was using for my office before I moved in here, and it was kind of it would use some of that I forget what the active soil is that you can buy that's got the bacteria, comes wet, has the bacteria in it and everything, and that got so thick that it. The fish could hardly move. There were so many plants and everything growing in it, and it took basically zero work. So the 55 I have behind me here now is about 3 weeks old, maybe 4 weeks, and it's using your super secret, not so secret formula for the substrate. And the thing is just going gangbusters.
Nice.
And I'm not interested in doing water changes. I just like to enjoy the fish. I don't have to slave over them. And this is clearly the aquarium equivalent of the no-dig garden. It's beautiful. It works really well.
Can I interrupt in one thing, because a lot of the people I talk to have a misunderstanding. Okay, a natural aquarium is a low water change system, not a no water change system. There's a lot of people out there who have run into problems because they get hung up on no water change. You know, on a natural aquarium, you can go 6 months, maybe even a year. But if your mindset is, I'm never going to change water again, I'm never going to have to do anything with this aquarium. And we tend to say that because for most of us who have done water changes once a week, 6 months is practically a no water change aquarium. But I think that new people watching shouldn't get too, no, I wanted the father fish system because I'll never have to change water again. And then they get shocked when I tell them, have you changed the water lately? And why is your pH 2.4?
Yeah, I guess I misspoke. Actually, I watched Father Fish's video on when to do water changes and why to do water changes. So yeah, I do understand that upon occasion I'll have to do that. But and when I had my aquarium at the office, we had a 4-day work week, and my ritual was at the end of the week on Thursday, when it was my last day of the week, I would then take the time to do water changes, and that's kind of irritating. This I'll just kind of keep track of and watch it, and when it looks like it needs it, then I'll do some.
Yeah, if you're not overcrowded, then you might be able to go 6 months. I've run tanks I think the longest tank I ever did without a water change was 5 years, and it was a 5-gallon tank and just had guppies in it. And well, it ended badly. Let's put it that way. At some point, it ended badly.
They overpowered the system.
At some point, things went terribly wrong. But I'll tell you, by that point, there was literally 2 inches of loam on the bottom.
Right.
Oh, yes, sir.
I mean, this tank had, I just didn't get around to it. It was a guppy tank, and it was in the sink, and I was commuting a lot at the time, and I just threw in food. That's all I did for like 5 years, and all of a sudden, holy God, things have gone terribly wrong.
Yeah, it depends entirely on what on a lot of factors. One of which is, what are your natural water conditions? When I was in Florida, my water was hard and alkaline. I'm now here in Maryland, My water is soft and acid. It comes out of the pipe at 6.0 or lower. So that completely changes my approach to what I need to do to maintain my aquariums. So
Absolutely, you're looking at pH crashes a lot more common than you ever saw in Florida.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, I'm gonna try to get some of the Borneo fish, some of the real low pH stuff that's down around 5.0 or less.
You know, the funniest, a quick funny story. I remember saying to Rosario Lacorte one day at a meeting, I said to him, you know, I got to do water changes because my pH is going down. He looked at me and said, "Baking soda, you moron," or something to that effect, and walked past me.
Really?
He said, "Add baking soda," and just walked away. If that's your problem, just add a little baking soda and you're done.
Well,
So,
fish. I'm getting a delivery this week from Florida, so I'm going to have to put baking soda in the tanks those fish are going in, or I'll kill them. They'll be dead in an hour.
also add salt. Osmotic shock. It'll help.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not as good as having the water hard, but I got some fish in from California. This place had rock hard water, and I put these fish in, and they just bellied up, and I thought it's gone. I had nothing to do other than salt. I threw 2 handfuls of salt in and said, "What the hell? I've got nothing to lose." And within 2 days, they were up and swimming again.
Yeah.
So salt will help on osmotic pressure if you can't get the hardness correct.
Osmotic pressure is key. That's the problem. And very few people really understand what happens. If you take a fish that's in hard alkaline water, anything above 7.5, and you put it in a tank that has between 6.0 and 6.5 or lower, it'll be dead in an hour, maybe in minutes.
Been there, done that. Didn't reach the bottom of the aquarium.
Yeah,
These are gobies.
right.
They literally died on the way down.
Spin, and they literally explode.
Yep.
And the reason it happens is because of the osmotic pressure of the water. The water, hard alkaline water, is heavier than soft acid water. So if you put a fish that's in heavy water and move it instantly into soft water, the cell wall in its body will expand to compensate for the pressure that's inside the cell. And it will rupture the cell wall. I cannot imagine a more horrible death. It's probably what would happen if we were exposed to deep space.
Mm-hmm.
We would.
Now, going the other way, as a footnote, going the other way, if you've got nice hard alkaline water, you can take fish from anywhere and throw it in. You're not going to get shocked.
Exactly.
I mean,
right. Yeah.
You know, I know someone who had that, and he was transshipping a lot of fish, and I said to him, I said, you know, I have issues. I have to drip all my fish in. I drip acclimate everything into my water. And he looks at me and says, "I never had that problem. I've got hard alkaline water." And I said, "Yeah, but then you ship the fish to someone else who doesn't. So you're not necessarily doing everybody a favor." But yeah, if you got hard alkaline water, you're in great shape. You know, that's a good thing.
Yeah, it really is. The only thing that it doesn't control is bacteria. You tend to get more bacteria growth in hard alkaline water. That simply means you can't get away with overfeeding or allowing the situation to become foul. So,
Actually, I'm going to add one other caveat to that. If you ever see a chart, and everybody should go on the internet and look up the chart of ammonia toxicity, at what pH ammonia is toxic.
yeah,
When you get down to about 6, you can have something well over 100 parts per million of ammonia because it becomes ammonium, and you're not toxic. When you get up over 8, 8.4, you've got like 1 part per million, and your fish are dying.
Yeah.
So, it's twofold. One, you're right, bacteria will multiply to some degree faster in alkaline water, but your safety range shrinks amazingly once you're playing with the water that's too hard or too alkaline, too alkaline especially. So,
I tended to wind up typically with 7 to 7.5, even
that's
with
a sweet
hard water. I would be
7.5 is sweet.
enough with leaves and wood and all the other stuff that it would get it down. That's still alkaline. That's not acidic. Now I've got acidic water. The plants are doing great. They love it. We'll see. And I've got a few fish in it that are natives, and they're doing fine. We'll see how the endlers and rice fish that are coming in.
Just keep some baking soda in on hand. That would be a smart move.
I have a 25-pound bucket of it.
Then there are no smells in your refrigerator.
Very cheap stuff.
Yep.
Okay, we've got, we got a gang in here. We got 40 people in here. We lost Samuel and we lost Barry. I guess they'll be back. Let me explain to the folks. There's Barry. Let me explain to the new folks who have just come in what's going on. You're watching a conversation among members of the Discord server, the Fatherfish Discord server. Everyone who is on Discord is able to pop into this and be a part of it. It is being broadcast right now through StreamYard on both Facebook and the Fatherfish YouTube channel. Starting tomorrow, we have a brand new channel called the Natural Aquarium on YouTube. And we will be doing this forum and other things from Discord on that Natural Aquarium channel. And in addition to which, we're going to be doing two other things. Number one, we will do special videos about the Natural Aquarium. And number two, which is actually number three, we're going to be doing some 24/7 live cam of people's aquariums. We have the mechanics of that set up. We do not have the aquariums yet. So we're going to be promoting that among the Discord family and giving them the chance to have their aquarium live online 24/7 for a week or 2 weeks or whatever time frame we can work out. So brand new channel. You can get over there and register now. Make sure you hit the bell and click on the all, so you get all of your notifications. And that's up and active now. It does not have content yet. Starting tomorrow, it will have content. Okay, so we lost Samuel, the fish dude. Samuel is Philippines.
I want to add one other thing for, while we're plugging the Discord channel, something among Fatherfish and myself, I've been doing it, 55 years? How long have you been doing fish, Fatherfish?
Oh, 75 years, probably.
75 years. Among the group, there's probably about 500 years of experience of fish keeping. If you're new to fish keeping, get to the Fatherfish Discord server. Ask the questions. I might be answering them. Fatherfish loves to answer questions. He's always there. There's a lot of other people there that really know what they're talking about. And get away from just the regular bad YouTube advice that's not created by real fish keepers. Okay, a lot of the stuff you're going to see on YouTube, and you're seeing me on YouTube, so whether you trust me or not is up to you. But in all reality, when you're dealing with getting real solid advice for your real actual fish issues and learning, get to the Father Fish Discord server, talk to people who really know what they're doing. Stop watching content creators who are reading you something out of a book they read once or telling you something they heard and literally often are no less than you do, but they're trying to make a video to get clicks. So, definitely get on the Father Fish server and watch the videos and, pay attention to people who really know what they're talking about.
We've got about 25 channels on our Discord server, and they're topical channels. They're about every aspect of the hobby. So if you have a specific question pertaining to a specific issue, if you have an emergency, we have an emergency channel, and you'll get almost instantaneous help. Any issue having to do with, we even have a saltwater channel, a natural aquarium saltwater channel. So it lots of opportunities to share and to talk to people. That's the real benefit. What so many people find themselves doing in the chat in live streams is what we have going on Discord 24/7. Conversations between people. We have nearly 1,000 people now have subscribed to our Discord channel, Fish People. They're not there all at once, not all of them, but we average between 50 and 100 people online at the same time, 24 hours a day. So do come over. You'll enjoy it. It'll be an opportunity for you to share what you're doing. You can post pictures, links, videos, and just have a grand old time. And if you're a curmudgeon who loves to debate with people about hot, controversial topics, we got you covered there too.
I haven't been called a curmudgeon in a while, so okay. Thank you.
If the shoe fits. All right, guys. Well, thank you.
I'm sorry, we're cutting someone off.
For coming up and being part of this. Did we lose him? He's back and forth. There he is. Wanted to let you guys know what we're doing. So please get over, sign up on the new Natural Aquarium channel. We'll have content there starting tomorrow, maybe sooner if I can figure out what I can put up. But it'll be original content, and it'll be interesting.
Also, not to cut you off, but to add in, if you are a curmudgeon and you have been doing fish for 50 years or 70 years or whatever, and you want to share and help other people, I think that'd be great to have more of us out there too. So join the Discord server. Definitely hang out and watch the vids too. But join the club.
Hey, Luke. See if we can get his. This is a guy who knows how to do this stuff. So, okay, we got his audio. Luke, where'd he go? And he's coming up. We're getting his video. Luke is the fellow who is.
That's it for the viewers. Vote right now. Vote down below. Vote for the beard of your choice. You've got 4 choices now, so vote for the beard of your choice.
Funny.
It's good for the YouTube algorithm.
Yeah, really. Luke is located in Michigan. He has a security company, video security he provides, and as a function of that, does live video. He's going to help us set up the live video, and he's working with me to do a new father.fish website that will be a sale website, and we'll have other kinds of things happening as well. There'll be a vlog on there and so forth. So we're having trouble getting them in. Luke, can you say something? Your audio is apparently...
Good there.
No, it's not.
I see him. I hear him.
Oh, do you?
Yes, I both see him and hear him.
Well, I need to go off and come.
That's why I said vote for the beard of your choice.
All right. Let me.
The person who's behind me always feeling like I'm being watched.
Not quite. We do mainly internet, and then we do security cameras, networking for large venues, voice over IP stuff, some stuff that you would see Comcast doing, but it's kind of on a different scale. We specialize more in the business side of things, like hundreds of cameras on a campus or something like that. So, and then the ability to have thousands of people connected to Wi-Fi at like a racetrack or something like that.
Nice.
Yeah, I was at a concert recently, and there was a drone over the stadium literally the whole time, and I kept looking up at the drone and telling myself, "No, you're not paranoid. That's real. Times have changed."
Not crazy.
Yeah, that was wild, and the thing actually stayed up there the whole show, 4 hours. So
that's insane. Yeah, I'm not sure how they did that, but I mean, our DJI runs probably about a half an hour on a battery. So
yeah, it was impressive. But like I said, it's in the old days we all thought we were being watched. Now we really are. So I guess
cameras on your devices.
That's it. It's no longer a mental health issue. It's actually Big Brother moving in. Oh, I knew someone was to blame. At least you're into fish, so what the heck?
Yeah, really.
Yeah, we kind of work more for the they pay us to watch their weed, so we work for a lot of the marijuana farms here in Michigan. So they're required by the state to have a ton of cameras. So one farm can have 100+ cameras on a 13-acre property.
Amazing.
Is this the legal ones or the illegal ones?
Legal ones. The illegal ones don't want cameras. So
Right.
So that's another crazy thing. Cameras are everywhere and weed's legal. So the world's different.
I can just see the job description in the ad. Watching weed 8 hours a day. Watching weed grow. 8 hours a day.
You wouldn't believe how tired I am of smelling like weed when I come back.
Oh, bad.
So
Oh my goodness, I don't even know what it smells.
it smells like, for me, it smells like you ran over a skunk and then rolled around in it. These guys are growing acres and acres of it.
Wow.
I got the new channel up called the Natural Aquarium.
Yep, I see it.
Yeah. I could not get this streamed on it this evening because it takes them 24 hours. So by tomorrow.
Oh yeah, before they allow you to.
Yeah, by tomorrow we'll be able to live stream on it.
Well, I certainly appreciate it because I can get a part of it.
Yeah,
there you go.
If it's early in the morning, it's like early in the evening over here.
Yeah, there you go.
So I didn't read the full message. What is the deal? You create a separate channel for the like aquarium live streaming. Is that what happened?
I've created a separate YouTube channel called the Natural Aquarium. I want to do 3 things on it. I want to do Discord-based forums like this. I want to do 24/7 live streaming, which will and want to do maybe once a week videos, special videos.
Okay.
So it'll be a combination of things.
Yeah, and you can cross stream to get it kicked off because there's probably not any subscribers hardly on the new channel, right? So we can, through the magic of our servers, we can restream that for free to both channels simultaneously to get people to subscribe in the beginning.
Yeah. So right now we're on the Father Fish YouTube channel, broadcasting from Discord.
Oh, I am? Oh, hi, YouTube.
Yeah, I got about the same amount of notice as you did.
Well, you know.
I logged on. We're going on YouTube. When? Now? Oh,
Yeah, we've been on YouTube. Well, everybody, don't tell everybody what I do for a living. So,
If you have a problem, you know.
let's put it this way: we didn't ask you about the fringe benefits yet.
that's true. Yeah. So
Yeah, well-
actually, that's not one of my things. So it's kind of a bummer. It doesn't do much for me.
Really?
So,
I know.
but I know where it is if you ever come to Michigan.
There you go. If I come, I'll definitely tag up with you. You know, I'm a child of the '70s, and so yeah, I mean, I admit that.
Yeah. Well.
And my state's legal, so yeah, it's something that I can do now. I never thought was ever going to be possible. Legally.
Yeah. Well, you guys all voted it in and made some extra money for us, so I appreciate that.
You're welcome. That was the first thing on my mind.
Yeah.
I'm improving the income for the surveillance industry.
Yeah.
Yes, there we go. That's another good reason to legalize pot.
Yeah.
But,
Give the government more money for surveillance, basically. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's having the opposite effect in California. In California, illegal now that it's legalized, illegal weed is outproducing legal weed by almost 10-1. So it's the illegal weed is destroying the legal market.
Well, not to turn this into a weed discussion, but they are doing stuff to the weed that is making it undesirable, like irradiating it to make it pass tests here. So the majority of the weed now that's grown outdoors won't pass any tests. So they're irradiating it for 8 to 12 hours so that it's safe, and then they sell it to you. That's top shelf.
Amazing.
So yeah, welcome to
welcome to the 21st century. We can't just sell a natural product anymore.
God, no.
no.
That will never happen.
Right.
So yeah,
if you grow a tomato in your backyard, someone will ban it because it hasn't been properly sprayed with that.
yeah. So it's quite interesting how things are shaking out. So, so as far as the live streaming stuff goes, what do we got to do to get everybody live streaming their aquariums?
Well, we need to have that conversation. I think the idea would be to try to do one at a time for a period of time, maybe a week or a month or whatever. Rather than
so there's a couple ways that you could handle that. Apparently my AirPod's not going to connect up here.
testing. Can you hear me?
Yeah, it made the noise, but it's not doing anything, so whatever. But one way to do it would be to have a stream rotation. So every so many minutes or however it's set up, it rotates between a few people's tanks. Or you could do it hourly, or you could do it where there's multiple feeds. But the YouTube doesn't limit the amount of live streams that can come in at any given time to your channel. Not that I know of anyways. So you could have multiples going, or you could, one way to do it would be to have everybody's live stream, because I subscribe to the theory of more is better with YouTube because it keeps your relevancy. So you would have, in my opinion, everybody's feeds going live 24/7, and then you'd have a main feed that is kind of like a rotating feed that would be, kind of showing off everybody's tanks. And if you wanted to keep an eye on one regularly, like leave it on a TV or something like that, or a projector, you could pick that individual one and have that saltwater aquarium up as a screensaver, basically, or a freshwater tank is a screensaver.
That makes sense.
So, but you can do it a million different ways.
Yeah.
And we have a restreaming server that we host, so we would just have to give that information out to people. They could broadcast directly from their phones, tablets, computers, right to that URL, and that would be kicked out to YouTube automatically. So
what we would need then is a dedicated phone, Wi-Fi.
So yeah, dedicated device of some sort, preferably a newer generation Android or something like iPhone 6 or preferably iPhone 7 and up, or iPod Touch equivalent, something along those lines, something inexpensive but with a decent processor in it, or a computer with a webcam. I mean, you don't need the best device in the world, but the better the device, the better the colors are going to be on the aquarium, the better the frame rate's going to be and stuff like that. So
Wonderful. All right. I think we'll try to put this together on Discord. That'll be the best way to be able to communicate.
yeah, if you want to, I don't know if you've made a room yet, but if you want to put something together, I can put down the information, like a minimum requirement, and everyone can get with me, and you and I can work on the backlink of the channel to the server, and
I'll do that tonight.
then you can play around with it and figure it out however you want to do it.
Sounds great.
So where's everybody's aquariums? I see there's some aquariums in the background there. I don't know anyone's name.
Yeah, mine
Believe it or not, those are both metal frame. That's one is a legit 5, not a 5.5, and the other is a 3. Talk about an aquarium that hasn't been built in 40 years. It's a 3.
RJ does
So-
mostly.
Nice.
But it's the same footprint as a 2.5, but it's taller. It's actually a lot more practical than a 2.5. I have no idea why 2.5 went out over 3. But, and then the others are just located around the house, wherever I found room, or my wife hadn't put something first. I had a fish room in the basement that had about 40 tanks, but I'm not doing that right now. I'm just keeping about 11, I think.
Just keeping small numbers.
Yeah, little tanks, rack of 2.5s, that,
Yeah.
10s, a couple 10s, that kind of thing. So
So the fish dude, what about yours?
I'm actually looking at mine right now. So it's just bare bottoms at the moment. I still haven't filtered out some dirt and some sand yet, but I'm gonna be filling this up with guppies.
Nice.
So these are different types of guppies.
He just moved into a new home.
Nice.
well, you're gonna be breeding him, right?
Yes, sir. So I'm gonna be playing for competitions and breeding for profit.
Yeah.
That's how the hobby goes, right? Try to turn it into money so that you can support your habit.
Well,
Yes, sir. But what I'm trying to do is buy a lot over here for a church. So
Nice.
preferably the plot of land where I'm living right now. But it's very expensive.
It's also an interesting topic, but it's not something we can do in the United States typically is breed fish for profit. It's just because our costs are so high with electricity and with heating and cooling and everything that goes into it. You can break even and you can make a few bucks, but to set up a breeding breeding setup for profit in the United States is a real difficult thing. That might be an interesting video in its own right.
Sir. But if you're trying to just mass breed them, I would highly encourage you not to do that.
Bingo.
But if you were trying to do like a selective breeding where you're a well-renowned breeder or you're well-known in the community, then people usually come to you.
Right. And you can make a few bucks doing it. Exactly. I know a couple people that gave up their full-time jobs and turned to breeding fish. It didn't end well.
Yes, sir.
It did not end well. Things went terribly
Yeah,
wrong.
it's amazing how wealthy you can become on paper.
I put it on my plate and it's
And how difficult it is to transpose that to the fish tank.
Yep. I once did the scenario for breeding rats to make a living on rats, which multiply incredibly fast. And by the time you were better than break even, you were at about 2 million rats a year and had about 9 employees full time.
Yeah, right. And
Had a barn that you were paying nothing for. You literally needed the building and the land for nothing. And at that rate, you could actually make a nice $60,000 a year income if that's what you were shooting for. Maybe. So, it was pretty scary when you look at certain things. Now, in some other countries where you don't have to heat your aquariums, they're the right temperature. You got good water coming in. You don't have to mess with the water. You've got mosquito larvae breeding in the marsh out behind your place, so you got free food. Right? I mean, I know guys in Thailand that basically, just they have buckets of water and straw in the backyard, and they feed their fish free food, so they're never buying food. I see a smile. He's thinking about it.
I have almost all the stuff for free. So I don't have to pay for eating. The water is really cheap because it comes from a deep well. The pH is 7.5 and it's not really hard.
not
So plants grow really, really well because the amount of sunlight that hits this place is the amount of sunlight is 12 hours. The sun always goes down at 6 and rises up at 5. So it's a constant.
Where are you located?
Philippines.
Okay.
And you can just throw plastic tubs and kiddie swimming pools in the backyard and expand literally all you want. So
Yes, sir. So yeah, or if I'm lazy and I want live food, I just put some Indian almond leaves in a tub and then wait 3 days and there you go, a ton of larva, a ton of mosquito larva.
It doesn't get easier than that. So I've talked to people in Thailand and people in South Asia, and they make they can make some money on breeding fish, but like if you're renting the space for $20 a square foot, and you're paying for heat and air conditioning and everything that goes with it, and buying food and preparing food, it's a totally different ballpark. Not a lot of people succeed at that. Not here.
Last fish has got a question. He's got a problem with StreamYard. He said, do they limit bandwidth? He joined a live recently and quality was iffy. He's got 250 megabytes, and all lives I watch are pretty low quality. I don't know. This one isn't bad. I think it's
What's he asking?
individual. Well, he's wondering if it's StreamYard bandwidth, if that's an issue, which I don't think is true. It's more likely the individuals who are plugged in.
I was going to say there's a lot of configuration settings that go into live streaming properly, and there's a lot of general settings, but there's a lot of factors that go into making it work right based on your internet connection and your computer and whatnot. So we do live streaming for all sorts of things. Every setup is different, every computer's different, or server based on the needs of the stream. We have some that run on a dual CPU server setup with 48 gigs of RAM, and it just barely makes the stream work because of the things needed by that stream, all the resources and scenes that are active, and some that run on a old crappy computer. So it really just depends on what you're doing and how cool you're trying to make your stream look, and how many scenes and multimedia things are going on at the same time.
Yeah. Well, guys, thank you for coming up. We've been up for a little more than an hour, and I think everybody who's here has a basic understanding of what we're trying to do. Just to recap quickly, we have a new channel called The Natural Aquarium. Get over there and sign up and click the all button so you get notifications. There's no content there yet. There will be starting tomorrow. This stream that you're watching now is coming from our Discord server through StreamYard to YouTube. We're on as well as Facebook. So we're going to be doing that routinely. We will have occasional videos that'll be relevant to natural aquariums, and we're going to be doing live 24/7 fish cams, aquarium cams. So
on that note, I have a question real quick for the fish dude. How is your internet connection out there? So you probably have rolling blackouts, I assume, right?
Yes, sir. I just got Wi-Fi yesterday.
Okay.
I'm really happy about that. Best decision I made.
So how stable is your connection overall, though? Do you guys have power outage issues, or is it pretty stable?
Yes. The power outage issue is every time we get hit by a storm, usually the power goes out. And we get hit by a storm 150 times every year.
every other day.
No big deal.
That's
half the year.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, after Superstorm Sandy, I lost power for 6 weeks. And I'm supposedly in a first world nation. So, you know, I mean.
Well, just before you guys got hit, we also got hit by a tropical storm as well. And the tree in my backyard fell down and hit the neighbor's fence. So that's why when I went around, there was a big hole. That's where the tree was. So actually, another tree where I moved from my parents' compound, a tree fell on the back of my car, and it destroyed the whatchamacallit, the rear glass. But I got that fixed for $200.
Okay, well, that's happened to me too. So yeah, I know what you're going through. When a tree falls on your car, your day really is kind of hit bottom. Yeah.
Storms
Yes, sir. But I'm happy that the cost here is not that expensive because I rent this place. It's like 700 square meters for $300. Not even. It's 7,000 pesos. So that's it. That's around the ballpark of 250, 280 with the current exchange.
We just need to move to the Philippines. Everything's doubled here, so now everything.
Yes, sir. I paid my electric bill, and everything, even my water comes out of the electric because I use an electric pump. And 700 pesos. That's almost $15.
That's less than
My-
my electric bill.
My water bill is about $160 a month.
Yes,
So-
sir.
I just
Yes,
posted.
sir.
I just posted the link to the new channel, so you can get there. Tony requested that. And of course,
Is it in Discord?
he's here. We don't have his audio or video yet, but he's here.
Hey, how's it going, Father Fish?
Ready for you.
I'm on the computer. I don't have a webcam on here.
You do or do not?
Okay, I've got to run and eat some dinner. Father Fish, I'll catch up with you here in a little bit.
You, Luke? Okay. We're going to shut down. We've been up
Okay.
for a while.
That's a good plan.
It's good to meet everybody.
We'll
Always a pleasure.
Be on the server, guys.
we'll get back on tomorrow night around 7 o'clock again. But we'll be on the new channel. Actually, we'll be on both. But it'll be a chance to get to the channel as well. Plug it in.
There's one nice thing about this format. It's nice for discussion for people into fish to just hang out with other people who are into fish.
Right.
One of our problems as fish keepers is we tend to do it at home with families that don't understand us. 8 times out of 10, right? Let's face it, your wife, significant other looks at you and doesn't understand why you're traipsing through the living room with a bucket of water. So, right? So it's nice to get around other people and just to talk, even if it's not entirely always on topic, but you're in with people that, you can have some fun with. And, I think that's going to be great for everybody to either just hang out with us or actually join in and get online. Hey, Surfy!
You're Surfy. Hey, Surfy.
Hey, everyone. How you doing?
Good. Surfy's from Australia.
Okay, I got a runner. I'm never going to eat. See you guys.
Surely. Bye for now.
Bye, Luke.
So we got we got Pacific. We got 2 Pacific Coast people here, 2 Pacific Islanders, I guess.
Right.
Australia.
Right. Yeah. Australia.
Well, Australia's a giant island, but it works.
A giant island. Right.
Close enough to us.
There you go. So that works out. So we're represented on both sides of the world.
Right.
And it's kind of funny because here in the United States, we pay extra for fish from your neck of the woods, from the Philippines or from Australia. And you guys are out looking for fish from our side of the world.
Right. That's right.
It's there.
Something is odd about that.
It's because all our fish get exported.
Right. We have a new channel, a new YouTube channel called The Natural Aquarium. We'll be broadcasting on it tomorrow. I got the link. I just posted the link in the chat. And
Which one?
we're going to do this format from Discord on the new channel. I don't know how often, but we're going to do it.
Sure, why not?
There we go. What time did you get up today, Surfy?
I've been up now for about 7 hours, so 4 o'clock.
So this evening's works for you?
Actually, it doesn't. I'll be working until midnight.
Oh my!
I mean, your time. Okay. No, it's hard to get people from all around the world on one stream, being we're all trapped in different time zones.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah, that's why you used to do the morning, a couple mornings and a couple evenings a week.
Right. Yeah, the mornings always work pretty well.
Speak for yourself.
Well, it depends.
Technically, it's the morning over here. So.
Right.
Yeah, right.
Well, we can get the Europeans and the Asians with the morning.
That's all that matters. The rest of the world doesn't matter. What the heck?
Really.
We got the Europeans, the Australians, the Asians. That's everyone who counts. And the South Americans, I suppose. So,
South Africa. We've got Brazil.
Yep.
There's
some good people in South Africa. There's some good fish keepers in South Africa. Don't kid yourself.
Yeah, there are. Yeah.
We're all over the world.
Amen. I think it's the thing that I found most exciting. Excuse me, I'm eating peanut butter, which is pretty stupid. Is that people from all over the world can come together right here and be able to chat. That is so cool.
And see each other.
Yeah.
Some of us.
So I'm trying to break into India. I really want to get, I don't know why exactly, but I really want to get into India. I think, frankly, Indonesia, here's Circuit. Indonesia is probably as big a fish community as is India, probably bigger.
I was just working with somebody on your server, fixing their fish issues. And they're from India, so we have a bunch of Indian people. We've also got Malaysian. We've got a lot of people from South Asia with us. Surprisingly enough, some of them don't have post-Indian names, but they're Indian when you talk to them. When you actually get on the voice chat,
Yeah,
they're
on the Pacific Rim too.
Pacific Rim. Yeah, it's there's people all over the world taking this hobby very seriously. I think it's an American thing to do a million hobbies and take none of them seriously. That's the rest of the world doesn't do that, quite frankly. When you meet German fish keepers, when you really meet serious German fish keepers, I mean, they literally have a chair and fish tanks, and they eat off their lap, and that's what their house looks like.
Yeah, I agree. The Germans are the real fanatics.
Yeah, when you get to Americans, there's the motorcycle in the garage, there's the SUV, there's the big screen TV, there's the 8 different hobbies that they're the golf clubs, and fish is just one little category of hobby. And that's why I think we just don't take things as seriously, because we wind up doing 100 things at once.
Well, until the economy goes bust, and then people take their hobbies more seriously. Have you noticed that? It's really true. Hobbies do well when the economy goes south.
Only to a point. I knew a wholesaler.
But gotta find ways to do it.
Yeah, no, in the early 80s, I know a wholesaler that went out of business because he said, people, when they were actually fighting for food or looking for food, gave up their aquariums. So, there's a gray zone. When the economy is doing worse a little bit, then I think you're right. When the economy really tanks, everything bites the dust.
We'll see.
All right.
We'll see.
All right. Looks like I also have to go. I have some little kids over here with me.
Okay.
The neighbors kids. I'm over here.
Hi guys. Hello. Hello.
Oh, good. I'm not the only one working from home then.
Yes, sir.
Working.
Hello.
Hindi. Hi. All right, all right, brother. I need to go now.
Bye.
Okay.
Well,
Here now.
for this.
Love talking to all of them. I'm excited to hear from you guys soon. I'm looking forward to that YouTube channel, Fatherfish.
You bet. Bye-bye.
Have fun.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
So, Surfy, when did you find out you were going to be on YouTube?
About 20 seconds ago.
Right.
There you go.
Exciting, isn't it?
I guess. I don't know.
We're now preserved for posterity in the digital void of the internet.
Right. You can eat the fish if times get tough, says First Class Fish.
Don't write that off as an option. That's all I'm saying.
God knows.
I've
Those
got
are-
one in there about that Oscar's. He's about 12 inches long, 10, 12 inches long now.
Right.
And I'm keeping Killies. Yeah, I'm in the wrong fish.
Paku.
I'm in the wrong end of the hobby. Paku,
Right.
Pima, whatever those big 20-foot I can never pronounce it. Arapimas, yeah.
I've eaten Paku, red-tailed cat, and clownfish. Big clowns. Big red tails, big Paku. In fact,
There was
Clownfish, they're generally pretty small, aren't they?
well, these were big. These were like 20-pound plus. They were big fish. I had them prepared by a local Thai restaurant, and we served them at our club meeting, at our fish club meeting. It was great fun.
there was a fellow until I think last year. He was actually setting up a fish farm in Florida to breed those arapimas.
Cool there.
Yeah, I thought that he got wiped out in a storm or something.
And he made it with this one. I hadn't heard, but I was.
Yeah, no, he was actually breeding them for food.
Yeah, I was talking with. Well, it's a fabulous food fish. It's a major
That's what I was
food fish in, like in Brazil.
Yeah, no. So I mean, I don't know if he's. I heard things went south on the project, but look, if they get loose into the waters, then you won't have anything else in Florida, right?
Man, I what?
There won't be much left. You won't have to worry about the plecos anymore.
One fish I would love to see get into the Everglades. Can you imagine hooking into an 8-foot freshwater monster, a bass? Basically, it's really more like a pike.
Yeah, there's some big fish in the world. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
and it'd be worth catching them.
Wouldn't it? That would be great fun.
Yep. Well, okay.
You better be
I guess
ready.
You better be ready. Yeah.
Right.
10-pound test and set the drag at 9 and
I think that's
9 to start the day.
really
Make sure you got about 400 yards of line.
right.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. And hope he doesn't wrap a tree limb or a tree root. Yeah,
I
we've all
think,
lost fish
I
that
think we
way.
come back on tomorrow night. Anybody wants to hop in? I want to do this until we can get it stable and solid, and then Luke will work with us to see if we can get the live fish camp going. We'll try to get that together.
Right on. Yeah, I didn't quite know what was going on. Next time I can try to get set up in front of an aquarium.
Okay. All right,
That
guys.
sounds like a plan. No, but none of us knew. Father Fish just kind of, it sent us a note. And
Wild.
I clicked on it and
Oh my God.
we're going online. What are we going to talk about? Who knows? We're just going to go online. What the heck?
Right. We did 15 minutes on killifish and natural aquariums.
And that's, by the way, for people who've missed the beginning, that's, by the way, the purpose of this channel is natural aquariums.
That's right. That's right.
And can't forget that's what we're doing, what we're talking about.
Right.
Somewhere behind all of the other things we're talking about.
Yeah, that's really what Discord is, and that's what the new channel's all about. So it's a way to help people focus on how to create an aquarium that's going to be a genuinely living aquarium.
Okay.
Ah. All right, guys. Thank you all.
Thanks for having us.
We'll see
Yes,
you.
sir. We'll catch you next time.
Sorry I came on so late.
Yeah, I do. Well, we'll do it more routinely.
We'll figure it out. Yeah.
Take care for now.
Cool.
Bye, everybody.
All right. See ya.
Take care, guys. Talk to you later.